Hello, it's Kate from Inkstampshare.ink. I've got the beautiful Sweet Soiree papers to show you today, and I've made a gift box, a gift card box for you. So it's going to be a gift box containing 4 cards and envelopes, and it's really simple. And the paper does all the work for you. It's absolutely stunning. It's foiled speciality papers. Can you see it? How it shines and catches the light is absolutely stunning. And yeah, so that would make a gorgeous little gift for somebody. And the papers do all the work. It's really simple. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I've used an awful lot of my specialty pack of papers. As you can see, I've got scraps everywhere. But I can show you kind of the papers inside. So beautiful, beautiful foiled papers. Stunning. So there's this one. That's gorgeous as well. There's one with cakes on. Stunning, all foiled. And then there's this one. Beautiful colours. And another one of that. And the backs of the papers are also really good. Really nice colours in there. This piece that we're going to use to make our box. And then I've made a box, as you saw, using this one. So there's an awful lot of papers in there. It's a pack of 12 by 12 papers. It tells you exactly on the back what colours are in there. So Sweet Soiree Speciality Designer Series papers. You can see the colours that you get in your paper packs. This one has Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Marina Mist, Old Olive, Powder Pink, Rich Raspberry and Whisper White, and you get 12 of those. So I'm going to crack on and show you how to make the box and the simple cards to go on the front. Now, so I've already cut my piece of card or DSP to size, and it's 11.5 inches by 8. I'm just going to bring my trimmer in and I'm going to show you how we then score it to make the box. Okay, so I've got my trimmer. So on the long side, we are going to get a 3/4 of an inch line. So I'm going to pop it there. And we've moved the cutting blade out of the way, and we're going to use this scoring blade and make 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then we're going to go to 5 3/8. So we've got 5 3/8 of an inch. I'm just really hoping this goes right. 6 1/8 of an inch. So I've got 6 1. And then we've got 10 3/4 of an inch. So I've got 10 3/4. So it's 11. So you're getting the 3/4 of an inch line on both sides. 11.5, 10 3/4. Yeah, that's right. But I think then 10 3/4. Okay, so we've got 10 3/4 on that side. And then we're going to move it around so we have the short side at the top. And we're literally going to measure in at 7 1/4 here. Score it again. So that is another 3/4 of an inch away from this side. And I'm going to turn it all the way around. No, I think it's easier this way. So I'm going to pull it over. So on the other side, I want a 3/4 of an inch line also. So let's just pop it here. The same as we did start with on the long side. Okay. There we go. So that's all our scoring. So we just need to do a little bit of folding and cutting. So I'm going to burnish my lines. Just grab my bone folder. That's the other side of this paper, isn't it pretty? It's just stunning. Which side to use? I think we'll go for the side I chose. But they're both gorgeous. So yeah, just make the creases. Makes it easier to see when you're cutting your tabs. Make sure your crease is really sharp too. And the great thing about the DSP is it's such good heavy, it's sort of like cardstock. It's really good for boxes. On the other side. So that's good. So you can see how it's going to come together when we make our box. It's going to come together like that. So now I need to cut up the long sides and cut out the tabs. So you'll see where they are. Wherever there's a little score line up until that long line, I'm going to take a little notch out. In fact, I'm going to take a little bit more out. Instead of cutting just a straight line, if you take a notch out, the box fits together much more easily. And just notch it there too. So in the middle on the next one, and we'll carry on doing that all the way. And the last one, and then we turn it around and do the other side. Nearly there. So that's your simple box to make, and it's such an effective little gift to give to somebody. These papers are stunning, really pretty, pleasure to use. Right, last one. I've got all these little bits left behind now. I could put them in the bin. That's got it. So that's all of that done. Simple. Okay, now it's just assembly. Now, this is, you can choose which is going to be the lid. I don't think it really matters which side is the lid. But I have got my little 3/4 of an inch hole punch. And I am going to I'm going to eyeball where the middle is. It doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to eyeball it. And I'm going to cut a half kind of moon out, just by using a little bit of the punch, to give myself a thumb hole to open the box with when I've constructed it. If you construct it and you haven't done it, it's a lot more difficult to do. So do it beforehand, top tip. Okay, so we've got our thumb hole, and then I'm going to stick my base together first. So I've got some Tombow. I like this for doing boxes, and I'm going to put it on my flaps here. And here. And then in the middle as well. There and here, and then I'm going to bring my box together now. Just need to make sure you get a really nice, good, even crease there, and just hold them together for a few seconds to let the glue go. Set, and then do the same on this bit, and you'll see it brings the box together. Right, there we go. And this one. Make sure it's nice and flush. And you've got a good box. And I'll show you the reason why I always do the base of the box first. So to make sure your box opens properly, I like to shut it before I glue these bits. And then you're always going to know that it's going to open properly and not be too tight. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this one and on this one. Plenty in there. Right, okay. I'm just going to bring this in. See this one first, I think. This one's looking a bit harder to do. There we go. So just squeeze it together, hold it together so that it dries. And do that with both sides, give it a chance to dry. So it's got to go around the box. Oops. Just for a second, and it really is the simplest little box to put notes in, to put cards in. See, 6 cards, right? And then because you've already done it, you know it's going to open, and that's how your box is going to work. Okay, so I've done that. Okay, now what I've done is, if you see on this one, I've decorated my box by putting one of the stitch-shaped framelets, the circle, and one of the layering circle dies, it's scalloped circle, on top of each other. And I've used some dimensionals in between, and I've stamped on there. And I'm going to show you the stamps that I'm going to use. It's called the Picture Perfect Birthday stamps, and I love the sentiments on here in the font. And I'm going to put Celebrate the Good Stuff on there. And I've got this ready already. Now, this is the Calypso Coral in the paper here. So I've cut the scallop circle in Calypso Coral and the stitch shape, and I've stamped also in that colour too, and I'm going to pop that on there. Now I happen to have some of the beautiful Calypso Coral ombre ribbon. It matches perfectly and it's stunning, so I'm going to use it on this. I think now I stuck mine together, but I had an idea which I think I'll still try and do, even though I prepped ahead, of sticking this in here and making a kind of a belly band. So let's see, because I've got glue in there, let's see if this will work. I think it probably will. And this is probably the most complicated part of the project. I have some glue in there, see? So I just use fast fuse. You can use snail, anything that's going to hold your ribbon in between. I've put dimensionals between the layers here and here and left a gap so that the ribbon can go through. Just make sure it's straight. And then you have a belly band that you can take on and off to hold your box together, which is gorgeous. Now I've started making the cards for these boxes, and I will show you exactly what we're going to do. And I've got it all ready here. There's a lot of pile of stuff. So I've chopped up some of the DSP, and I've got some matching cardstock. So the colours in the DSP that I've chosen are the Berry Burst and the Marina Mist. And I've taken two of the different pieces of card. So when I cut this one, I had some left over from my 12 by 12 sheet, and I made two card fronts. So you can make two, the box and two from one sheet of DSP. So I have got two card fronts with that one, and I've picked out the Marina Mist in it as well, and I'm going to layer it up like this. Now all the dimensions for the layers and the cards and the box will be on my blog at inkstampshare.ink, so you don't have to write anything down or remember anything. It's all going to be there step by step, which makes it really simple. So I've done two like that with a Marina Mist, and then I have got another piece of the DSP, and that's also got Marina Mist in it, and Berry Burst, and I have got two of those, and I've layered those with some Berry Burst cardstock, because all the cardstock and the inks and everything else in Stampin' Up all match, which makes it really simple to make things like this. Okay, so, and then I've cut out some more of these, and these are the scallop circles. And this is what I decided I was going to do to make the card, a really simple card to make. So I've got two in Marina Mist and two in Berry Burst, and then I have just done exactly the same as I did on the front of the box with the stamp set. I have cut out on the Big Shop two of the circles from the stitch shape frameless for that one, and two for these ones. So 4 in total. And these I've stamped to match in Marina Mist, and these two I've stamped to match in Berry Burst. And I'm literally going to stick all my layers together. So I kind of prepped it all, but that's exactly how I did it. And it was really quick to do. So let's get this going quickly, and then you can see how they go in. So you can make a quick gift for anybody, and it's really stunning. Right, okay, so there's that one. I'm going to put some dimensional sticky foam pads between them, like I did with the other one. Got my bin just out of sight. These little things get everywhere, don't they? Doesn't matter, but you know. Right. Even the dog walks around the house. I mean, they're everywhere. So pop it on, and then I'm going to just use some Tombow. You can use fast fuse or a snail or whatever you like. I'm just going to pop it on, and that's my card front. And I'm going to pop it on my Whisper White card base, and that's an A4, scored at 14.8 and cut at 10.5. But it will all be on the blog at inkstampshare.ink, so you don't need to write it down, don't worry, because there's a lot of measurements to remember. So I shall put it all there, simple. Makes it easy. Ooh. There we go. Happiest of birthdays to you. So that's one. I'm just going to do the rest of those quickly. You'll have a lovely gift set of birthday cards to give to somebody. Really economical way of using up your DSP. Do you ever get your pretty papers and you don't cut into them and you're too scared to cut into them? Well, this is a brilliant way of using them. And you know, you can always get more. If you use ones you like, you could always get more. And I always say that if you stick it away in a drawer and nobody sees it, it's not really beautiful, is it? Unless anyone else can see it. It's not much good if you can't see it. Right. Okay. And they date. Papers date. I used to collect lots of pattern papers and do a lot of scrapbooking, but I'd have a big old stash of pattern papers, and then you go back to what you think your favourite papers are, and actually they've dated and they've gone out of these trends and they've gone out of fashion. And that's such a shame. You need to use it all. Right, there you go. Number 2. I'm running out of glue. The great thing about Tombow is that it seems to go on forever and ever and ever, and it's like never ending because it lasts a long time. But obviously, at some point, it does run out. It's my favourite glue. Right, that's the second one done. We have 2 cards, simple as that. And another one. I might just come in with my fast fuse if I can get it to work. Just to speed the process up, because it must be a bit boring to watch. Oh gosh, I've got it all gummed up. Do you ever do that? There we are. It's brilliant stuff, but I'm always doing that. There we go. There we go. And the only thing is not quite as forgiving as Tombow. There we go. And then this one needs to go on there with some sticky foam pads. Dimensionals are fabulous. Let's throw away all the backs. So for those, oops, stuck to me. Such stunning paper. 1, 2, 3. Last one. See, and the backs of this paper is just gorgeous. I've used so much of this in different projects. There we go. Last one. Now, this is Marina Mist, this cardstock. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the retiring colours that's going to be going out at the end of May. We've got a whole host of brand new colours coming into the colour families, apart from the new in colours. Marina Mist is one of the ones we're going to be saying goodbye to, but we've got some gorgeous colours coming. So if you do want the papers, these ones, because they also go out at the end of May, and when we bring the new catalogue in, or you want any of the matching cardstock or inks, do order them soon, because the things that are retiring tend to go quickly. People stock up on them, so don't miss out. And you can go over to my shop, inkstampshare.ink, and you can see everything that's retiring there. There's a link. If you shop, there's a link to what's going, and all the new things that are coming will be there soon too. Right, okay, so let's do this. Goodness, the wind is blowing. Sounds like a right storm out there. It's just whistling. Okay. So we've got 4 cards to go in our box. So I'll show you how they work. We've got, did I cut too many? Seem to have an extra one. That's a bit strange. Oh, I haven't stuck this one down. That'd be why. I thought that can't be right because I only cut 2 pieces of A4 cardstock up to make the card bases. Daft. Right, okay, here we go. I think that Tombo's finished. Right, here we are. There, aren't they gorgeous? Gorgeous. I mean, so you have a little gift pack now to give away as a gift, and they all match. So you can put them in your box, and they will fit nicely in there with 4 envelopes, and they'll fit in there, and you have a beautiful little gift to give to somebody. Aren't they lovely? So these are the 2 boxes that I've made. Hope you like it. So I'm going to put everything on the blog so you can see it. Now I used some of these. These are the glitter enamel dots, and I used them because I have Berry Burst. But yeah, I mean they will all match, and they're gorgeous. Or you could use some of the clear ones on there to match this one. Yeah, and so I need to now make some more cards for my second box. Oh, which I took the belly band off. There we go. Look at that. So I think that's a lovely gift to give. I hope you've liked seeing me make it, and you like it. So if you want any of the products, please hop over to my shop, and the link is on my blog at inkstampshare.ink. All the measurements, all the products I've used will be there, so do hop over. And if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and tap the little bell down below to get notifications of when a new video goes up. Thanks for stopping by.